Hello, y'all. Hi, peeps. Well, I am finished up my lesson and I'm going to give a teacher tip today, Teacher Tip Sunday. Okay, so right now we are looking at my Google Classroom. And the one thing I like about Google Classroom, some teachers probably abandoned Google Classroom after virtual teaching around 2020, I guess that was. But I was working with Google Classroom before that, and Google Classroom is a very excellent tool in keeping digital assignments organized. And it makes it much easier to grade and also can convert you into a paperless classroom. So, taking a look at the Google Classroom, first, you can have a customized banner. You can have your class name, information about the class, and then a nice little visual. This front part of the Google Classroom is the stream, and it's more like sort of like social media style posting. So you can post a message there. Also, all of the work that you post daily goes in the stream, but it's not organized. So, what I tell students is do not use the stream to access assignments because it'll be very hard to find in the stream. You can also use the stream to send out messages if you're going to be absent. Students can comment on the stream. I usually turn my comments off because I don't want the students to be inappropriate on the stream because it is like a social media type of tool. But as you can see on my stream here, it has most of my assignments. My eyes is going a little blank here. Most of my assignments are here. If I want to post a link to a survey or anything, you can also post it in the stream. Sometimes if I'm going to be absent, I'll let the students that I'm not going to be let the students know that I'm not going to be in the class. As you can see that message right there. Okay. Also on the stream is the class code. So for students to join the classroom, you can display the code. You can put the link email. You can put the link for students to come into the classroom, and you can also invite parents to view the classroom. Okay. There's also a generate link if you would like to, if we have a virtual day, if you want to do a virtual conference, you can open up a Google Meet and then have a live classroom. And I used that tool a lot during 2020 when we were virtual. Okay. These customized backgrounds, I don't have my mouse today, so moving up and down is a little difficult. But the customized banner that's right there, you can do, they have already made templates you can use, or you can customize the templates. And I have some of those on my, I'm going to put some of those on my Teachers Pay Teachers. Okay. So the most important part is where the classwork is housed. A lot of times when teachers put in the classwork, they just put it all in one section, which makes it very difficult for students to find work. And that's sometimes which is like the downfall of Google Classroom. If you're not using it properly, it's going to be very confusing. So organizing your information by topic is the first thing I like to do. So here, before you create an assignment, if you come up with all of your topics first, you can put all of your topics in at one time, or you can put topics in according to what assignments you are assigning. Okay, so this is the drop down to create on Google Classroom. You can create an assignment. If you add a Kami extension, you can also upload from Kami. You can make a quiz assignment, a question. If something is just a material you want students to look at and not turn in, you can mark it as a material. And then once you start generating classrooms, you can reuse posts or assignments from previous classrooms. Okay. And then, of course, this last one is to generate a topic. So I'm going over this fairly quickly, but if you would like the step by step directions on the use of Google Classroom, please leave your email in my inbox. Okay, so we're just going to look at a couple of the sections that I have here. So, right now, I'm in a process of doing a novel study, so all of my work on that particular topic is going to be in that section. I have a section here for fall and winter activities. So, these are not definite curriculum related. It's activities that I use for extra work, fillers, or if students like a day in between break and something like that. So we did a Do Now podcast series. So this was a series of assignments. So I wanted that to all be in one section to make it easier to grade. Okay. Also, as you can see, use the emojis to kind of just liven up all of the text and the information. Okay. Because some students are visual. So writers workshop is how our language arts is divided up. But if you teach another subject, you can divide it by chapters, you can divide by time period, you can divide by however your class is broken up. So in our curriculum, it's broken up into readers and writers workshop. So then I have all of my writing workshop activities will be in this section. And of course, this section is going to be big, but if you look at the assignments, they are by date. Okay. So the oldest at the bottom and the most current at the top. And you can also see that if it's an assignment, you'll see like a little clipboard icon. And if it is signed as a material, something for the students to look at, you'll see a little bookmark icon. Okay. So then I have substitute work because a lot of times I want to grade students for work that they do when I am not here. And like I said, I don't usually give a handout because students have access to the Google Classroom on their devices. Vocabulary workshop, and then also readers workshop. Everything relating to reading is going to be in this section. Then also you can divide up things by marking period. So this is marking period one, do nouns. These are not part of a series. These are just individual do nouns which students do when they first come into the room. Okay. Then the beginning of the year, I group all of my pre-assessments. So if you have a benchmark, anything, if you're in New Jersey that teachers use for SGO testing, because you're going to need to refer back to it for your post assessments. So you want to make sure that that information is easy to find. And then I have back to school work. It can also be back from a break type of work. So these are like activities and fillers before we jump back into the curriculum. And then my very first post will be the class syllabus because that is the blueprint for the classroom. So this to me makes it a lot easier to grade. I can figure out where I left off. It is similar to the old fashioned grade book. Okay. Nothing is lost. It is all saved and backed up on the Google Drive. It is easy for students to access information and it saves a lot, tons of papers being taken home. So if you're thinking about going digital and if you're intimidated by Google Classroom, please shoot me an email and I will send more slower videos and tutorials that you can use to help you along the way. Thank you. That was my tip for tonight. Bye bye, guys. And by the way, I'm using Screencastify to record this session.